Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, coming live from Fire Up Your Heart, children of God, and that's you. This is the turkeys. Mr. Wild and Miss West, but now I'm not sure still, because they were actually bickering. It was quite extensive the other day. They actually kind of hurt each other's cheek. It healed, but they poked. And then they do have their own little side, but because I was carrying them around in a little, like a potter, like a big plant with a, well, because they were so teeny tiny. In May, I'll try to stay calm. If I start thinking and going with all the thoughts, then I get too rapid, but I'll never get that right. It's taken me a few years to get navigating on Kiora. Actually, I was having a hard time even finding stuff that would help practice my brain, and maybe some people that were still okay with friendly debates or discussions. It's does not very common. There are some groups. It took a while. It's fun though. It's fun. There's some fun ones. I got this one question, or it was where it goes in and a bunch of people, and then you choose. I still honestly, there's things about I don't navigate well. You could ask schoolmates from early high school and high school, me in the computer room with them, and stuff would just shut down. And sometimes I didn't even touch it or kick it accidentally a cord. I could just simply be sitting at the desk of the computer and the screen would go blank or some other bizarre event. And the only kid that had any tolerance barely left to deal with my dumbass was Joey O. He was also helpful in one of the times of having my nose bust. Because I was the girl that annoyed everyone just like today, but I loved playing sports and I liked being active. Recess was also my favoritist. It was recess, gym, art, music, literature, some history, some science, natural sciences, biology sciences, math, total brain, just flatline. It was the most horrible experience and most excruciatingly stressful situation. I'm wondering sometimes if the teachers didn't just give me a few extra points just to let me get to the next, because I just couldn't do it. And these two are now going to shit on John's boots. This is the stuff that I see why people don't get turkeys. I have no idea if he's trying to do stuff with his boots. We're gonna let me go over here because if it's her, she's not interested as of this, because he's too rough and he's hurt her, and I don't want it. I am not trying to be dirty about animals. It's just nature, okay? And that's probably why they were arguing, and because she's like, you better find a little gentler approach. I mean, he has stepped on her back feathers, and then between these little brats, she's probably never going to want to have turkey eggs. We're down to the 4 mean girls and the 4 mean chicks, but I mean, they could still save the world, but like I said, they gotta get another singer, and I busted my vocals during the early part of COVID and the height of the harassment where we last lived, which was murder. It was literally like murder to hires. The shoot at the head, and the explosion, and a number of other events, death threat calls. All right, are you done with whatever that was? That was very weird. And what I have to tell John that I just saw is, you may want to put your boots up. You know what I mean? Just put your boots up. Mr. Wild is like, well, the rubber farm boots, the next best thing, I guess, Oh, see, this is where, oh man, this really gets under my skin. Don't you do it again. You guys go back in your coop. No, I mean it. Let's go home. Let's go home. No, I mean it. We're going to go home now. I gave you your one area back. So let's all go in. Don't give me no troubles either. But you will. How about I turn the hose on? I learned that if I just squirt the hose in the air, they'll go back to the house. They'll go back to their house. I got all the eggs. Everyone's safe. They're in the house with me. I showed all of you that I have the eggs. They're in safe place. Turkeys, no one's gonna get them. Okay. You can take in the banana water I made with some greens. Greens stuff. Is that too high? Oh, no, it's too high. All right, there we go. That is stainless steel. We try not to use any aluminum for cooking. But we all know our lifestyle. We would not be up with sportsmen's of the year. So I stay moving as much as possible each day. And even if that meant at Brentwood, where I was cooped up, I just would go to the basement, back upstairs. It's annoying because it ends up being more of like a pacing. But she's the one, she's Amber. Miss Amber's has the more Ambers on her. She's the one that does this, though. She makes this difficult to close it up. And that's getting bothersome still. Thank God it's not 8 of them trying to wrestle them in. She's probably hands down the meanest. I don't know. They take turns with the turkeys, so it's hard to say this one's the meanest. And no, now we're going the wrong way. See, this is where it's so weird. Come on, let's go. Nope, we're gonna go in. Oh, you just want to see me. Oh, you just wanted to see me. Well, you're gonna see me right back into there. That's where you're. This is we renamed her RC roller coaster because her head got injured. She might have half paralysis from pinning her on the ground. But she's still popping out the eggs. Get in. No, I mean it. Go. I won't even have time to get the gate closed. I'm going to go and pop back out like a magician. Go. So I didn't get out here quite early enough. I was just a hair off. And Miss Amber's, like I said, she's the first egg layer. She's actually going quicker now, or sooner in the morning. But I like this, but I don't. Like I did, but with the dynamics, and I can see where the rooster helps, but I can't. I'm not going to listen to a screaming rooster every morning. So girls, try to stay in here. I know, it's strange. It's a pair of John's work jeans. We finally got the washer in. We found one super cheap. And we have to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm getting old. I need to figure this out. Something where I can get some serious income coming in quickly. Well, not like that. Not like prostitution or something, but that would be a scary sight. It was a joke. I'm not like for prostitution, but I'm not retarded. I know it's never going away. So, but we just have to be aware of what what happened is that board, see, and I was in a hurry because it was like they were really being mean. Forgive the dirty feet, and it's almost healed. I take the tape off and I'll have to go in now, and so the nail has grown out enough that I can take that off. So, and maybe trim that nail. Thank God it didn't come all the way off. It was more like a triangle shape. Like from over here, like this, like this. So what I did is I had sandals on and I clipped it right into the toe. It was the worst. It could have been worse. So when I was like, pulling it back like a dummy, and then it caught, and then it just and it just snapped like a triangle. And there was a little bit of I had a little blood there, and so it looks like everyone's content. I put the rolled up cardboard in there. They like to go in it like a tunnel, but I realized they were using it as a sick game to shoot out at the turkeys. And so they were over here, but the thing is that if they miss me or they decide they want to see me, they up on the pool edge and walk and jump over. And I think Hip and Poe would have had a chance to beat them. And so at least they showed some restraint. And we'll go see them really quick. We'll see what the girls gave me. And I got the one chair fully washed and scrubbed and sun heated and hosed and vacuumed. That one is almost done, and those will stay in the garage for a hangout area. And these were what they gave. Now, I've been working. There's going to be dirt under my nails. Now, they look still really good. Now, about the one chicken, and I wondered if it was the one that has like the little crooked top because of Poe, is she was getting like these two little, it was like a defect on the shell, but then now today that's not. But see, they're still early. I had the amount wrong. It's about 1 egg a day. There was like this one day where it seemed like they did more than one, but it might have been the fact that we didn't get them or something. So they have the 3 spots that they lay them. Miss Amber still goes on by the living room that we made it into the living room instead of just a hangout area. We don't have a big TV or nothing anymore, and I don't want one. I can say that now because I don't have a kid in the house. I do not want one. I technically never want to see one of those big gross things again. Granted, I like to watch a good movie here and there, so that makes it a little difficult. But I don't watch them anymore. And if I do, I found some other stuff I like to watch. This one group, it was called like short films. I was so impressed. And some of them, there was not even any dialogue. It was just simply music, effects, photography, the character or the actors in the movie. Very short, like short clips, and there's like competitions for it. It's like really amazing. And that's funny. These eggs aren't that big. Like a real, because I've got to still, we've checked the settings, checked them again. I'm like, is it like a panoramic? So I'm like, the kitchen looked like it was so like a long, crazy, and it's not. But then I look super, like it exaggerates all my bad. Certainly doesn't accentuate the good of me. Okay, so here's the boys. And this, like I said, is like, I'm doing this as the extension of the bedroom. This little dark room with one window and a big closet. Pretty big. And I made this area. There's Hip. And Poe, were you guys arguing in here? You just cannot believe what I've done. I know. So it's a little dark because this is John's schedule. I don't know if I said this one other time because I get agitated that him and I can't. Like, it's not back where he's on days. And like, I just get up, because if you want to do some stuff, especially when it's winter, it's nearly impossible to, by the time you get going or whatever. So normally what I do is, so this gets all locked up when we bring the chickens out. And it's not bragging. I did make these. I loved them, but I probably judged them really harshly. I like them because it's still, you're still like covered, the curtains drawn, but yet like you can still get ready or change or whatever. And and then like, but it brings in, I do love that. I love this like a natural color and then how the light comes through. That is actually very nice. This fabric here was like a, when we started getting like above the poverty, like then this would be like this special thing I got or whatever. And this was very good fabric too, but in the sense of I don't want to say I think it's like an Egyptian cotton or something of that nature. And there's a small, okay, it's so a stupid camera. So it shows all my bad, but you can't see anything of it. So if you look real close, there is It's like, I guess I would describe it as kind of like, see, isn't that pretty? Here, I'll step back. It's like, just to love that. I don't know. It's just, I know, duh. I'm sure a lot of people do. So it's these like flower. There we go. Focused in. Just a hint of like, I should say a branch, a style of like a branch, but then these like little flower wheats or I had made a skirt out of this material here and this one I did. And then I would wear a, obviously something under it, but then I did let it be more sheer down towards the bottom of my legs if I wore it. I haven't worn shorts in years. I don't shave, so this is the first time I've had at least a decent amount of privacy. So I feel like I can wear shorts or less in the yard. Just when it's super hot. I didn't do that for years. I would fully cover. Because we would literally like slam on people like up our butts on each side, and I was hanging out with the witches and healers. Just call them witches because not in a mean way. Just they really wanted me to convert over to like whatever that is, and I just wouldn't all the way. I couldn't. I just wouldn't. And but I was always tricked by that mystical belief system, and I always would still go into it a little bit too far, and have to like grab myself back out. Have I ever showed what's on the wall there? They had something hanging for so long that it did the outline, and I want to take one of my favoriteest pictures down. This may have been from Anne, or it might have been something I found. And it says I've done this on prior shows. I love it just because of the curiosity and the peacefulness of the children. They're so focused and mesmerized by this canary that who knows, maybe someone got it as a gift. And then where she's got her hands, her one hand, she's just leaning in her sock. Was this Adler? Edmund Adler, yeah, it's just a reproduction. It's just not, that's not real. Okay, so please, if it's worth money, don't break in the house. It's a reproduction. I got it at Goodwill because there's damage. This looks like something happened when we moved, or I need to just clean it, see if it'll. I love the feather in his hat, the colors. And I never had it paired with the curtains I made. And I really didn't have these up at Brentwood because I did not want to be there. Did not want to be at Brentwood. Hip is hypoallergenic to some degree. So I've been trying to do stuff to help his histamine levels with his immune system. And then this is the one that it's just synthetic. It's shower curtain. But I love it. I love it. It was discounted. And I had bought more than one to do an enclosure at Brentwood on the patio to get some kind of peace. All right, boys, it's your turn. You need to go outside. Let's hope all the turkeys and chickens are in. I hope they're in. And we'll try to take a short walk like yesterday, but I know you guys it's too much in the daytime, and you get over tired quick, especially Big Boy Poe. He wants to take the walk, but then I got to really watch for him because of his size and stuff, I guess. They're looking good. They actually grew into something, but see, something's into him, and he's got his on his foot. And I checked him for stuff. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's hope all the chickens and turkeys are in. Oh god, that would be horrible, wouldn't it, on video? You guys seeing them kill them? God. That would be like so bad. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. And maybe, just maybe one day I'll get to know how to use the camera better. Oh god. Alright, you guys have to be a part of this. I'm sorry. Let's focus on pee pee poo poo, please. Pee pee poo poo. Focus. Oh, alright, you don't want to see them dump lumping, but they're pooping together if it's funny. They were used to when they were little, but they got off schedule with the chickens and stuff. I had to go.